Hey everyone, Joan here. I hope you're all having a great week so far. So today I want to talk about what's on my phone as a digital minimalist. Now, digital minimalism means a lot of different things for different people. So there's the digital minimalist that uses their phone for practically everything. And the purpose is to reduce the physical clutter that they carry around with them. So they use their phone to organize their work life, their personal life. They use it to pay for things. They use it as a form of identification. They use their phone for more things than I can even think of. So the point is that they don't carry any clutter with them. They don't even need to bring their wallet with them. Everything is in the palm of their hands. Then there's the digital minimalist that wants nothing to do with technology. Maybe they carry a basic kind of phone, maybe no phone whatsoever. Maybe they live off the grid. Maybe they don't even have internet, but they just avoid technology whatsoever. They don't want to be integrated with technology whatsoever. And then there's the digital minimalists that use their phone more intentionally and use it as minimal as possible. They have very few apps. They use it mainly for communicating, maybe a few other things, but for the most part, they don't depend on their phone for every aspect of their life. And that would be the digital minimalist that I would say I fall under. So I have a very old iPhone that I use for very basic things, and I want to share with you what's on it. And I want to share with you the concept of a distraction-free phone. So I read this book called Make Time by John Zeratsky, and he's somebody that's worked for Google. And it's a book about like productivity and how to really use your time more efficiently and not waste time. And one of the things he talks about is how we deal with our phones. So he created this concept of a distraction-free phone, and so I've been applying that for the last several months. I've had to remove things, I've had to adjust things on my phone. So I want to share with you what a distraction-free phone looks like. So if one of your New Year's resolutions was to not be so distracted with your phone, hopefully this video will help you. So this is my phone. It's an iPhone 7. It's really old and it does everything I need it to do. I have not had any reason to get a newer phone. So when I turn on my phone and I unlock it, you'll notice that the first slide here is blank. And that was part of the distraction-free concept, is that you want to have a blank screen like this. I mean, I just have a couple of the apps that I use regularly. So I have my phone and my texting and my email, but that's it. I used to have something else, but I can't remember what it was. So when I look at my phone and I unlock it and I see a blank screen, it triggers a thought in my head like, hey, why am I turning on my phone? What am I going to do with my phone? And that has really helped me discipline myself when it comes to not allowing the phone to distract me. So having this one blank screen really helps. I highly recommend it, and it will really help you find discipline as to why you pick up your phone. So now the next slide are just a couple of apps that I use regularly. So I have two map apps, only because sometimes I try to look for something in Waze, but it doesn't pop up. But then I look at the other maps, it pops. It's complicated, but like it helps me to have both maps on there. I have weather, obviously I have to update my phone. I have my meditation app and my moon calendar, which is more for like astrology stuff. So I have those there. Then the next slide is more of the productivity stuff. So I have my calendar, my clock, my photo album, camera, calculator, my metronome app when I play music, and then I have a couple of things that I put inside categories because I just did not want them to clutter my whole phone. So I have some health stuff, like health calendar stuff. And then I have utilities. So this is where all like my banking and payment stuff, and some music stuff, and airline stuff. So these are just things that I do use often, but I don't use every day. So I just put them all into one category called utilities. And then the last slide are just the extra stuff. So I just didn't know if I should delete some of these. So I just put them under Apple because they're all like the apps that come with Apple, and I just don't use them much other than maybe Safari. So with Safari, I found that it was actually one of the more distracting apps I had, because obviously I can look things up. I can log into Facebook, which you'll notice that I don't even have on my phone, but I'll log into Facebook. So things like that, like I just wanted to hide as much as possible. I mean, obviously I need it once in a while, but the fact that it's hidden, I'm not not drawn to opening that app, and I just barely use it unless I absolutely have to, and then I have to go out of my way to go look for it, and then I can browse. The last one is the socials, obviously. So I have not had any Facebook apps on my phone for over a year because I just found that Facebook was the most distracting app I've ever had. You know, not only Messenger, people bug me on Messenger, and then Facebook, there's just a lot of like dramas that I see on there. So I just had to get it off my phone completely. But Instagram's not so bad. I've actually been pretty disciplined with Instagram. And one of the things I did was to actually unfollow a lot of pages that just did not benefit me in any way. You know, a lot of like drama queens and kings, I just took them off my Instagram. So I actually follow very few pages. Then I have YouTube, which, you know, I think YouTube for me is pretty under control. I use Telegram as a way to communicate with my international friends, and then I use Duolingo to learn German, and then I have the Yelp app if I'm looking for someplace to eat or whatever. So that's all I have. It's, you know, cleaned up. I just don't like seeing a lot of apps everywhere because then that kind of, you know, stresses me out a little bit. It's like, oh my God, what do I need to do? So it was just easier for me to categorize things and sort things in a way where like this is what I use most. So the first slide is what I use the most, then more utility, productivity stuff, and then extras. So that's my distraction-free phone. It's very minimal, at least for me, and I set it up in a way where I just don't get super distracted with my phone. It's crazy how a small device like this can really suck up your time and really take over your life, and you don't even realize like how much time we look at our screens. And you know, just by being aware of your phone use, your media consumption, and your social media consumption, it really opens up your eyes to like what is actually taking up your time. And a lot of times it's just this little device. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope it was helpful. If you're already implementing a distraction-free phone, I would love to hear your ideas. Just leave a comment below. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.